A television show built entirely around things nobody could explain somehow became a thing nobody could explain. Unsolved Mysteries was canceled by not one, not two, but four different networks across 3 decades, and every single time, it clawed its way back onto the air. Ask yourself, why does a show about cold cases refuse to go cold itself? Stay with us. It began quietly in 1985 when producers John Cosgrove and Terry Dunn Muir pitched NBC a special called Missing. Have you seen this person? It wasn't paranormal, it wasn't spooky, it was just missing people, real photographs, real families waiting. The special worked so well that executives asked an odd question back. What other mysteries could a camera crew chase? On January 20th, 1987, the pilot aired on NBC, hosted not by Robert Stack, but by Raymond Burr. Carl Malden hosted the next two specials. Only after 4 more installments did Robert Stack take over, the voice most people now think started it all. The show almost had an entirely different face, and nobody would remember it that way. Here's the detail almost nobody catches. Because Unsolved Mysteries blended real crime with ghosts, UFOs, and alien abductions, NBC's own news division refused to claim it. Executives forced a disclaimer before every broadcast, insisting the show was not a news broadcast. A network aired it, profited from it, and then publicly disowned it in the same breath. By October 1988, Unsolved Mysteries became a full weekly series with Robert Stack as its permanent host. His grim, deliberate narration turned trench coats and dim alleyways into something genuinely unnerving. Viewers didn't just watch, they called in. The show existed on the premise that somewhere out there, an ordinary person watching television held the missing piece of a real case. Each episode mixed 3 things that had almost nothing in common: unsolved murders, missing persons, and full paranormal segments on ghosts, UFOs, and secret history conspiracy theories. It shouldn't have worked as a format. But audiences didn't distinguish between a real cold case and an alleged alien encounter. Both carried the same electric, unresolved dread. That mixture became the show's entire identity. Then something happened that the producers could never have scripted. One episode featured raw footage of an arsonist filming his own crime, narrating as an unidentified house burned to the ground. After it aired, viewers recognized the house. 2 suspects were arrested. A television program built to document mysteries had just helped solve one, live, in real time. But by the 1993-94 season, ratings began sliding, and NBC made the fatal decision to bump the show from Wednesday to Friday nights, television's traditional graveyard slot. Audiences didn't follow. The numbers kept falling for 3 straight years. A show obsessed with things vanishing without explanation was now quietly vanishing itself. Then, on March 14th, 1997, the show aired a reenactment of Tupac Shakur's still unsolved 1996 murder, with journalist Kathy Scott featured in the segment. That broadcast landed exactly 1 week after Biggie Smalls was killed. A show literally named Unsolved Mysteries had, by pure timing, aired 1 hip-hop murder mystery days before creating the next one. NBC finally canceled the series at the end of the 1996-97 season. Most shows would have ended there. Instead, CBS immediately picked it up for its 10th season, proving that even in cancellation, this program refused to simply disappear. It was the first resurrection. It would not be the last. CBS brought in actress Virginia Madsen as co-host in season 11, hoping fresh energy might rescue the ratings. It didn't work. After a 2-season, 12-episode run, CBS canceled Unsolved Mysteries for good on June 11, 1999. 2 networks had now given up on it in barely 2 years. Then, remarkably, Lifetime revived it in 2000, launching season 12 the following year. The show aired 103 more episodes on Lifetime before finally ending on September 20th, 2002. That ending arrived at almost the exact same moment Robert Stack, The voice audiences had trusted for over a decade, fell seriously ill, and soon after died. For 6 years, Unsolved Mysteries simply went silent, as if the mysteries themselves had won. Then in 2008, cable network Spike resurrected it a third time, hiring actor Dennis Farina to host. But this version mostly repackaged old segments rather than chasing new cases. A mystery show now investigating its own archives instead of the world. Farina ended up hosting 175 episodes before Spike canceled the series once more on April 27, 2010. Behind the scenes, Cosgrove Muir Productions kept a website alive, quietly maintaining a list of ongoing cold cases and a forum where anyone with information could still come forward. The mysteries never closed. Only the cameras kept stopping. In 2017, distributor Film Rise acquired the worldwide digital rights and pushed the archive back into public view on Amazon Prime, Tubi, and its own Pluto TV channel. A show that had technically died 4 times was suddenly streaming in millions of homes again, its unsolved cases circulating to a generation who'd never seen the original broadcasts. Then, on January 18, 2019, Netflix announced a full reboot. It premiered July 1st, 2020, and by May 2025, the streamer had produced 5 separate volumes. 35 years after that first quiet pitch about missing people, the format proved it could survive 4 cancellations, 1 host's death, and an entirely new era of television. So maybe the real unsolved mystery was never a single missing person or a single ghost story at all. It was the show itself, canceled by NBC, CBS, Lifetime, and Spike, yet somehow always finding its way back to a screen. If a program can survive that many endings, what does that say about the cases it still hasn't closed? If you have information, the tip line is still open.